everyone, welcome back. I'm Dai, and today is day one of my manga advent calendar project. So my manga advent calendar project is something that I have been doing for the past few years, and I basically just read one volume of manga a day leading up to Christmas in the month of December, and then I usually will wrap up the volumes that I read during the week in a weekly wrap-up in a kind of vlogmas type video. This year is going to be a little bit different. So this year I've decided to do separate videos for each volume of manga that I read for this project. So unlike previous years where you're getting unwrappings and things like that to see which volumes I will be reading, this year you're not going to get the unwrappings. You're just going to get the first impressions video every day leading up to Christmas. So I do have 25 this year, volume ones, to read and give you my thoughts on during the month of December. With that being said, I am doing a bit of pre-filming. So we had to start this project a little bit early so that I could get the project rolled out the way I wanted to this year. But I hope you continue to follow me through this project and enjoy hearing about the titles that I'm reading. And so with that being said, let's get started with day number one's volume. So for day number one, I decided to read It Takes More Than a Pretty Face to Fall in Love, Volume 1 by Karin Anzai. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated teen. So I will say that the summary on the back of this volume is very, very good. It doesn't give any other things that you probably shouldn't know before you go into this volume. It's very broad, a very good summary of what this volume is about. But basically, we have our two characters here on the cover. Our male character is someone who obviously has a pretty face, is pretty known for it, and has gotten some gigs here and there, modeling and kind of quote-unquote influencing, but he catches the eye of our female character here on the cover, and she is all set to go to high school, and she ends up going to the high school that he supposedly is enrolled at. So through a series of events, our two characters end up meeting, and it's found out that our male character here is actually on the verge of being expelled. He doesn't really like how people perceive him as quote-unquote just a pretty face. And so he tends not to go to class. He doesn't like to socialize. He doesn't talk to anybody. And because he hasn't been going to class, obviously his grades are not good. And so he's on the verge of being expelled. So the principal makes a deal with him, basically saying that the school is losing students and needs to gain more students, more popularity in order to not be closed in the near future. And so he tells our male character, if you can get 100,000 followers on our Instagram account and bring in new students to the school, we will get rid of your impending expulsion. And so this guy is like, oh goodness, what am I going to do? He's not social media savvy at all. In fact, he is known to not have any social media, so he doesn't really know how to run an Instagram account, but our female character here does, and he ends up finding out that she does and enlists her help to maintain the school's Instagram account and bring in more followers and things like that. Her incentive is that he will remain at the school so that she can continue to gaze upon his pretty face. And so we kind of follow the two of them working out the situation, spending a lot of time with each other, working on the account and the posts and things like that. And obviously, because they're spending more time together, they're getting closer. So I thought this volume was super cute. It definitely has that really giddy first love type of feel. The art style is really beautiful. And I feel like this was a really good opening volume because you can kind of see where, the kind of relationship could possibly go there's a little bit of a question as to whether or not he actually has feelings for her, but he, to me, comes off pretty flirty. So, yeah, it's very cute, and I really enjoyed the interactions that our two characters had with each other, and I'm looking forward to continuing with this series. I did not realize there were so many volumes out already. I believe there are 4 already. So I will definitely be picking those up and reading them, hopefully in the near future. I would say that if you enjoy Tamon's B-side, you should probably enjoy this series, because I think the feel of this story is similar to that series. So those are my thoughts on this volume of manga. Let me know down in the comments below if you've read this series and what you thought of it. And if nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, please leave me a camera emoji down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. Hope to see you tomorrow for day 2 of my manga advent calendar project, and I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy, and until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.